This is part 11 of LINQ tutorial. In this video, we'll discuss ordering operators. Order by descending, then by descending, and reverse. All of these standard query operators belong to ordering operators category. Order by descending, then by descending can be used to sort data. Reverse method, on the other hand, simply reverses the items in a given collection. We discussed order by descending in part 10 of this video series. In this video, we will be discussing then by descending, and reverse methods. Order by descending work fine when we want to sort a collection just by one value or expression. If we want to sort by more than one value or expression, that's when we use then by descending along with order by descending. Order by descending performs the primary sort. Then by descending is used for adding secondary sort. Secondary sort operators, that is then by descending, can be used more than once in the same LINQ query. Let's look at a few examples. Let's flip to Visual Studio. Here I have a new console application. All I have done so far is created the student class with these three properties: student ID, name, and total marks. In addition, we have the static method getAllStudents, which is returning list of student objects. And if you look at the implementation, here we are creating a variable of type list of student, which at the moment contains 5 student objects. Notice that there are 4 students who have got total marks of 800. And then finally the method returns the list. Now, what we want to do is sort the students first by total marks. Notice that the students are sorted by total marks in ascending order. There are 4 students who have got total marks of 800. Then what we want to do is all the students who have total marks of 800, we want to sort them then by name in ascending order. Notice that the student names for those who have got total marks of 800 are in ascending order. And notice that at the moment there are 2 Johns, and now what we want to do is we want to sort both of them by student ID in ascending order. So let's see how to achieve this. So let's flip to Visual Studio. We have our student class. So let's make use of getAllStudents static method, which is going to return us the list of student objects. And then we use order by, and then specify a lambda expression as such that s.total marks. So this is going to sort the students by total marks. Now what do you think is going to happen if I use order by again and then specify a lambda expression to sort students by name? Do you think it's going to sort first by total marks and then by name? Let's actually look at that in action. And if you look at what this order by method returns, it returns I ordered enumerable of student. So let's use a variable of that type to store the result, and let's call the variable itself result. And then let's use a for each loop. So for each student, let's call it sn result. What we want to do is print total marks of the student. So s.total marks, and then we want to print a tab space, and we can achieve that using escape sequence \t, and then we want student name, again tab space, and then student ID. Alright, so let's go ahead and run this and see what output we get. First of all, notice total marks, they are not sorted. But look at the names. Students are sorted by name in ascending order. But that's not what we want. We want this list to be sorted first by total marks in ascending order, and then by name in ascending order, and then by student ID in ascending order. So to achieve that, we use then by. So we want to sort first students by total marks in ascending order. So that's when we use order by. So this is going to specify the primary sort, and then the result should then be sorted by name in descending order, in ascending order, sorry. So then by as such that s.name. So first sort by total marks in ascending order, then by name in ascending order. So let's run this. Notice that students are first sorted by name in ascending order, by total marks in ascending order, and then by name in ascending order. Right, now what we want to do is, look at these 2 Johns. The student IDs are already sorted in ascending order for them. Now let's say we want to sort those IDs in descending order. Now to achieve that, we can use another then by, but we use this time then by descending because we want to sort by student ID in descending order. So as such that s dot student ID. So now let's run this. Notice that now 105 is listed first and then 104 next for the two Johns. Alright, now let's look at another example. Now what we want to do is actually rewrite this same LINQ query using SQL-like syntax. So from sn student.getAllStudents, what we want to do is first sort by total marks and then sort by name. So here we may or may not specify the ascending keyword because that's the default. If we don't specify the keyword, by default, students will be sorted by total marks in ascending order and then by name in ascending order again. And then we want to sort the students by student ID, and that should be done in descending order. So let's use descending keyword there, and we want to select all such students. And another important thing to notice here is that we're not using here then by or then by descending methods. Instead, we are specifying our sort expressions here using a comma separated list. The first sort expression here will be used for primary sorting, and the subsequent sort expressions will be used for secondary sort. So now when we run this, we should get the same output. Here we are using SQL-like syntax. Alright, now let's look at the use of reverse method. So reverse method, what it is going to do, it's not going to sort the items. Instead, it will simply reverse the items in a given collection. So let's get rid of this code right here. Let's create a variable of type enumerable, enumerable of student. Let's call this students. Let's use our student class and then invoke getAllStudents, which is going to give us the list of students. And then let's actually print a message onto the screen, console.writeLine, before calling reverse method. And then let's actually use a for each loop. So for each student sn students collection, what we want to do is print student ID s.student ID \t s.name \t and s.total marks. Alright, now let's actually call the reverse method. So notice that this reverse method is again returning us I enumerable of t source. In this case, the source is list of students, so it's going to give us I enumerable of students. So let's use another variable, I enumerable of student, and let's call this result. And then let's copy this code and then paste it right here. So after calling reverse method, and let's print an empty line here, console.writeLine. Alright, so let's go ahead and run this now. Notice that before calling the reverse method, these are the this is the order for IDs, and after calling reverse method, let's actually see why it's not reversing. That's because if we look at what we are doing, we're using the same collection. That's why they are in the same order. Instead, we should be looping through our result. So let's copy and paste it right there. Run this one more time. Now notice the IDs, the objects are actually reversed. Okay, so reverse method is simply going to reverse the items in the given collection. That's it for today. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.